Jim attributes so much of his success and the way he approaches business to the fact that he works along with my dad and had such respect for my dad.
Jim didn't start out as a box boy as everyone thinks. He actually started out throwing mattresses around the warehouse.
He was carrying these mattresses on his back. He hears someone behind him yelling and screaming at him, "Hey, you! Put that mattress down. What are you trying to do? You're going to hurt your back and then we'll wind up being sued." And Jim didn't know who was talking to him, and he asked the guy he was working with, "Who the hell was that guy?" And of course it was Sol Price. Robert Price called us all together. He says, "I want to appoint a head merchant." So he handed out these ballots. Jim got all 10 votes, including his own, which I thought was hilarious.
Most people don't know this, but racquetball played a huge role in the development of the warehouse club business.
Jim was still with FedMart. He was running FedMart at this point. And he used to come and play racquetball with us at a facility that was right next door to us. And one day he says to us, "You know, they're selling balls and rackets here." He says, "This is retail business. Why can't you do it?"
And we ended up finally going down and looking at the zoning maps and determining that we could do retail. And once that happened, we were able to combine wholesale and retail, change the products, change the hours, change just about everything other than the philosophy, and the business took off.
Before that occurred, the Price Club was not very successful.
Can you imagine if we had closed the doors? None of this would have happened. There wouldn't have ever been a Price Club, a merger, or a Costco, and it wouldn't have changed the whole retail industry.
Opening day of 01 was one of the scariest days of my life, because I was all in when it came to this business being successful or not. And we opened the doors, and of course the cash registers didn't work. We used cash drawers and adding machines to ring up customers, and obviously it wasn't fast and it was cumbersome. I think our first day of business we had done about $35,000 in sales. I went into Jim's office and I said, "Is this good?" And he said, "I don't know." And my heart sank. And "What do you mean you don't know? That's what you do here, is you're supposed to know these things." He says, "Yes, it was good." That was the end of the conversation. What made the difference was in the quality of the management, the quality of the merchandising, and some magic, and I might add, a lot of good luck.
Even in the early days of Costco, a commitment was made to contribute a portion of the company's revenues to local charities.
If you were going to be in a community and you were going to operate in that community, that you needed to become a part of that community, whether you are a warehouse manager or a marketing manager or a senior executive.
That's done nothing but grow over the years, and I think it's a very important part of Jim's whole idea of what business should be like.
Jim makes decisions for the long term of the company because this is important to him. This is his baby. This is a living thing, and he'll protect it.
Jim has always told us that 90% of our job is teaching.
I take that very seriously. I think it's very important to teach.
To share the culture with other people, to try to make sure that we're keeping that spirit and that culture alive as we continue to grow.
Continuously point out where you want to be. What do we want to look like out there?
It's the key to our success, continuing to teach people, here's what we need to do to be a successful company in the future.